Okay.
This person needs to be kind, just nice.
Okay. So I guess your list includes support,
Mm,
includes funny, right?
yeah,
Includes someone who makes you happy,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
What about you? What are you going to do for him? So are you currently in a relationship or are you single?
Right now I'm single. I was in a relationship before, and I'm single for 1 year now.
You've been single for a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to eventually have a relationship or do you think maybe you might want to play the single game for a little bit longer?
Um, as I said, if you know, like love doesn't come when you want it, right? I feel
Sure.
like it comes when you're ready. Like the guy you want to be with, I feel like that person comes into your life when you're ready. And right now, maybe I'm not ready, maybe I'm not like, you know, maybe that's why I'm not in a relationship. But I'm not, yeah, I do want to be in a relationship, but I just feel like right now I haven't found the right person yet.
Okay. So what does the right person look like?
Um, so I want to be with someone I'm comfortable with, that's really important for me. I want to be with someone that make me laugh, just, makes me happy, no drama. And I also want someone that could support me. I'm not really into looks. I'm more into like personality.
Okay.
This person needs to be kind, you know, just nice.
Okay. So I guess your list includes support,
Mm,
includes funny, right?
yeah,
Includes someone who makes you happy,
yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah.
What about you? What are you going to do for him? What
Well,
should he expect from you?
sorry.
What should he expect from you? What should a guy who is going to support you, make you happy, and make you laugh, what should he expect from you?
Um, if I feel like when I'm in love or when I'm in a relationship, I can do pretty much everything. Like I can just anything he wants. I want to make him happy, I want to cook for him. I want to just anything he wants.
Okay. So anything he wants. So meaning there's nothing that is off limits, right?
Well, usually I don't say no. I say yes to a lot of things. But there are some
Okay.
things that could be off limits, yeah.
So what would be an example of something that would be off limits?
Hmm. That's a hard question. Like if he would be mad at my mom, for example, and then he would like be like, "Oh, you should not talk to your mom, or you should not like be in contact with her anymore," then obviously that would be inappropriate. I would not do that.
Okay. So like controlling. You don't want someone who is going to try to control you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about if he wants to have other women in his life? If he wants to be able to have sex with other women while he's with you?
Mm, I don't think that's okay, because I feel
Okay.
like that could lead into like another relationship. If he would spend a lot of time with her, like if they would meet more than once, and I feel like that would become something else, right?
Interesting. So let
Yeah.
me ask you this. I'm glad that you answered it that way because I've heard different explanations or reasons behind why people don't accept that. Yours happens to be different. What if
Yeah.
he has a woman or he has women that he pays to have that encounter with? Because at this point, there's no relationship. He knows that the possibility of them having a relationship is slim to none.
Mm.
So he's just all he's doing is the boom, boom. And once he's done, that's it. Are you now willing to accept that he can see other women based on that logic? Or do you still feel that he should be yours and yours alone?
You know, sometimes I feel like when you've been with someone for a long time, like let's say 10 years, um, it gets boring, right? Like it needs to be something, you know, you need to have some fantasy whatsoever. So I feel like if it doesn't, in the long term, if you've been with this person, let's say 5 years or 6 years, and he had sex with another girl, for me, I think that's okay. Because if he's not in love with that girl, then yeah, that would be fine. And I could understand the reason why it happens. And I mean, if it happens without me knowing or without my consent, then that would not be okay. But if it happens under my consent, then I would be okay with it. Yeah.
Okay. So let me make sure I understand you. You're saying that as long as he tells you in advance that he's going to have sex with somebody else, then it's fine.
Like sometimes when you've been with someone for a long time, it gets boring, right? And I mean,
Okay.
if he wants something exciting in his life, if he's not in love with her, then yes, I'm okay with it. And if he's letting me know, that explaining reason why he wants to do that, then I'm okay with it. Yeah.
So
Okay,
should he
so
tell you before or after?
no, he needs to explain to me before, like he needs to tell me the problem. If he has a problem between me and him, like he needs to explain to me why he wants to do that, and not like, babe, I'm gonna do this, like I just want to know the reason.
So I said, do you want to have a guy? Are you okay with the guy having sex with other women? You said yes, which is good. I also asked you, I said, if he has sex with another woman, does he have to tell you before or after? You said before. And you said the reason you wanted to know before is because you wanted to be able to understand why he's going to do that. I'm going to equate this to something a little bit crazy that you've probably haven't thought about it like this, but does a dog have to tell you why it's going to piss? Or does the dog just go ahead and let you know, hey, I'm going to pee. You either let me go outside or I'm going to do this in your house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it, right? You're asking somebody to do something that they're biologically designed to do. If he wasn't with you, he would still have sex anyway, right? He
Mm.
doesn't have to be with you to have sex. Is him being with you allows him to respect you, right? So he won't necessarily go outside of your relationship to be with other women. But he doesn't owe you the explanation as to why he's going to do it before he does it. Because then that really defeats the purpose of him even doing it in the first place. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the control factor comes into play. That's where you saying, I'm not controlling him, but I want him to tell me, hey, I want you to go to tell me why you want to have sex with the girl you are going to have sex with. Let's talk about it. Let's have a court hearing where you tell me this is why I want to do it. I argue my points. You argue your points. We give our closing arguments, and then we let the judge and the jury decide. I mean, do you see how that's a little bit, crazy, if you will? When you're
Mm-hmm.
telling somebody you expect them to want to do something that they're naturally born to do, but for some weird
Mm.
reason, you want them to tell you that before they're going to do it. You see what I mean by
Mm.
that, or did I lose you?
Yeah, I understand what you mean by that. It could look like controlling, yeah. But I feel like that's how I would be approve of it. Like I
Okay.
would like to know it first. I would
Okay.
like to understand the reason why you would like to do it, at least. Maybe we can fix the problem from there first.
So your hope
Mm.
is you good. So I'm glad. See, I'm glad I'm asking these questions. I'm not asking these questions to be difficult. I'm asking these questions because I want you to eventually see the big picture, right? Your hope is that you can control or fix. Let me not use the word control. You can fix his desire to have sex with other women before he does it. That's why you
Mm.
want him to tell you in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that's not how life works. So if he decides to, because it sounds to me like, again, you're going to accept him sleeping with other women as long as he tells you. But if he decides to do it before he tells you, does that end the relationship, or what happens then?
Like if it happens just one, then I would not. But if I find out that it had been happening, more than once, then yeah, I would end it. The guy deserves a second chance, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
if you
listen,
have a
I like your mindset. Your mindset allows you to stay in relationships, right?
mm,
Because guys want to know that they have the ability to fail and still be accepted. So let me ask you this. At what price does your acceptance come with? What's the cost of this acceptance? How much is it going to cost the guy to have the ability to do this to you? Meaning he can have sex with other women and you would accept that. Does he have to make a lot of money? Can he be a young, broke man who is just attractive? What is it? What is the price of him being able to now sleep with other women and you're okay with it?
well, that only need to happen, like it needs to happen under like a good reason, right? Like you need to
Sure.
explain to me why. And if it happens just once and it doesn't happen again, then I would, I would not do anything about it, because imagine if we have a family, right? It's good to keep like a family, because it's good to like, be able to grow up with a mom and dad, right? So that's one reason if I would like, accept why, if I would still accept him in my life. And yeah, like with financial wise, then um yeah, he still needs to be able to support me.
Okay. So if he
Yeah,
could support you, let me ask you this. How much do you think he needs to be able to make to be able to support you? Maybe we start there.
just reasonable, like I don't really want to say how much, because I don't really know,
Well,
like in the future what's reasonable. I meant $3,600. Yeah,
so
that
he
would
only
be
has to make
reasonable.
$43,200 a year.
You know what? In a relationship, I feel like if you're not comfortable in the end, I feel like, you know, money is not all the solution to all the problems. That's why I was saying it's still good to have a job, because sometimes when you can't stand a certain things, it could be a risk, right?
Hmm. Okay. So this goes back to what I said in the beginning, right? When you operate out of fear, what you end up doing is you make fearful decisions. And when you make fearful decisions, it leads you down the wrong path. The big thing you have to remember is this is if you're with the guy and you have expectations from the guy, there's going to be a cost for those expectations, right? If you say I want to be with a guy who's going to support me and take care of me, that's a fair ask. I think every woman has the right to ask for that. Every woman has the right to ask for a person or a man or a relationship that supports their goals and your dreams. Men's jobs are to support their women and to give their women the flexibility to feel comfortable that they can make decisions and those decisions do not affect their household income.